Hi guys, welcome back to another lesson about Python. Today we're gonna dive a bit more into the Python syntax and we're gonna discuss about if, elif, and else statements. This group of statements is something that Python and other programming languages use, although the syntax may differ slightly between programming languages, and they can use these to conditionally execute a statement or a block of statements. And these conditions can be true or false. They can execute one thing when the condition is false or satisfied, and something else when the condition is false or unsatisfied. So where would you use these? Well, when you build complex algorithms, you can reach certain steps where you'd like your algorithm to make a certain decision if a condition is true or false. And using this pair of statements, you could build a decision-making process into your algorithm. So let's put that into practice. I have PyCharm opened up here. So let's create a small script that tests a score and lets the teacher know if that score is a pass or a fail. So let's say score equals 78. And if you remember from previous tutorials, that's how we declare variables, right? And let's use an if statement to see if the score is a pass. Let's say if score greater than 50, let's say print pass. Cool. Let's run this, and because 78 is greater than 50, we should be seeing this block of code executed because the condition will be true. So, and as you can see, it does print the pass. Right. Now, what happens if the score is lower than 50? Let's say is 37, right? Because 37 is lower than 50, Python decides that the condition in the if statement is not true, and the code under the if block will not get executed. So, will not run, and it will not return any string here. And as you can see, it doesn't. So, but what happens if we want the code to return something? So we can avoid this by inserting an elif statement. So we can use the elif statement, and this works in conjunction with the if statement like this. Elif score is lower than 50, print, let's say, fail. And if we run it now, it does print a fail. So that's pretty cool. Right, so now of course in this example I've left out intentionally the case when the score equals 50. 50 is now greater or lower than 50, so neither of these two conditions will be true, and neither of the blocks of code here will run. And for that we can use the else statement, and we can use it like this, else, let's say print, because 50 is a pass, at least in Europe, it should return a pass, right? So if the score is a 50 here, the first line of code will not be executed because the condition will be false, another false here, and this is a fallback, and it will print a pass. There you go, it does print a pass. That's pretty cool. Now, this is how if, elif, and else statements work when using numbers. So far we have seen greater than or lower than, but we could also use lower or equal to, for example, like this, or greater or equal to. There you go. We could also use if to test for equality. For example, if score equals 50 here. So if score equals 50, never mind what happens in the if statement. If score equals 50, print a pass, else let's say print not a pass. It does print a pass because score equals 50. If score equals 51, this will return a false, and this will return a true. It will fall back here. That's pretty cool. You could also use the is keyword, and this is basically a reference equality keyword that Python has, in which we can check if two comparators are the same object. And we can use it in the following way. Let's say name equals whatever, Edward, and we can check to see if, let's say, if name is Edward, or if the contents of name equals Edward, right? Print, yes, actually let's print it as a string here, right? So we can run this and see what it returns. It returns a yes. Let's say else print no, and let's just delete the last D. Now this condition will be false and it should return a no. That's pretty cool. So this is how decision making is done in Python. If you have just one if statement, then that's just one decision. Multiple elifs could render multiple decisions, and one else statement could render multiple decisions with a default answer. Well, that's it, guys. That's how the if-elif-else statements work. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.